All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the BrickCity podcast. As you see on screen, this is a little bit of a different episode. With me today, I've got our local artists, very famous for some of our memes that are stickers and our emotes that we use in the server. So I want to show them some love. We have Tyler, aka SixTalez.
Hello, everybody.
We have RichieRich,
What's good?
and we have muupie, aka Cameron, with this abomination on screen.
Great guy.
Ukoma.
Let's just give you our new Ukomon emote.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. All right, so it's a late Friday night. We got some artists on. We've got some memes to be drawn. I want to give we had a chat about this before, so we gave everyone an assignment. We're gonna go back to the original memes that we had in the server, and what we'll do is have a live drawing session, and I'll just be interrogating you guys on the side. So for the keywords that we have, Tyler, which one have you selected?
I'm not gonna lie. I went through a lot of them. We had to cut some out, but I think I'm gonna do fortitude.
You do fortitude.
I think I'm
Okay.
gonna do fortitude.
All right. Cam, what have you chosen?
So I had some prep time on this, but I think I'm gonna go with decode.
Decode. Okay. And Richie.
I got Raid Shadow Legends. I got Raid.
Oh my God, Rage Shadow Legends.
Yeah. Is that the sponsor for the stream?
Unfortunately, we have no sponsors, but like we won't say no in the future.
Oh, won't.
Alrighty, so yeah, I guess we'll just kind of start with trying to draw out those keywords. So, okay, well, once Cam's done his Ukomon, but you Tyler, Richie, you guys can start.
I have a
Um,
Oh,
really
I'm
good
sorry.
idea.
Thank God.
So I
Thank
thought of
God.
mine on the spot because a lot of mine got mine got too crazy. But for YouTube, but I think I got a really good idea on the spot now.
I would think we would get canceled if we had the ones that you wanted to do earlier.
Yeah, somebody should put a
we
leash on you,
100%,
Tyler.
100%.
There you
But I have a very good idea for fortitude.
Okay. And I see Richie, you have some line work already. I know this kind of came from an old one of our old chats, so I'm very excited to see how it will turn out. And Cam, I know you were talking about this at the gym, but
go. Yeah, I did like some fun
you already
sketches.
have the pre-work set up.
Got the warm up. We draw the starter Pokemon.
What is that?
Are we keeping the Pokemon?
No. There's just the warm up.
Oh,
Okay,
my
okay.
God.
All right, so let's see what we were working on before.
Oh my god, these are gonna be so good.
Oh,
And
no.
as usual, we're gonna post these all in the server. People are allowed to use them. We will have links to all of your socials, anything that you guys have down below, so that if anyone wants to see your art or reach out to you about it, you guys. I know that Richie, you do commissions, but I don't think Cam and Tyler will not be opposed to doing it in the future. So if there's anything people want to reach out to you, we'll have everything in the description below.
Can you just, like, drop Tyler's IP address and address? Just dox the fuck out of
I
him?
will. I will.
I
Find
will
you.
if someone sends me $1,000.
Dude,
It's got to
that's
be a
not
monetary
lot.
incentive to it. Well,
That's not a lot
you
to
bet.
dox somebody.
You
Editor,
better hope
put up a
someone does
message.
it. Alrighty,
Right.
so
So
how,
what? What our
whenever we
ideas?
give these out, what like I guess drawing is just whatever comes to your mind, right? But like, how long have you guys all been drawing, or doing art in any sort of way? Like, this is just limited drawing.
I'll let
Uh,
Richie answer that first.
Yeah,
I guess it's like a bit of an open-ended. Like I've doodled in the past here and there, but I want to say during high school, like I got a lot of free time, and I was like, I used to like to draw a lot, and I kind of got more into it. I started off drawing more like comic book stuff, so I draw more like I was studying off of Jim Lee, like David Finch, and stuff like that, and that's how I kind of studied through anatomy and stuff, and then from there. I just kind of moved on to like, oh yeah, I fuck with anime, and then did more of that, and here we are. So I guess high
That's
school.
cool.
That's the answer. Yeah.
Did you kind of do like courses? Did you go into doing it more professionally, or was it just kind of your own thing?
It was mainly just self taught. I just kind of like I would watch videos of I don't know if you guys ever seen it, but there's videos of comic book artists drawing in real time at Comic Cons or like conventions. And then you could just see some of the techniques they would use in terms of sketching and planning. And I would just try to emulate that. It didn't always work, but it did kind of create some interesting and like meaningful habits as in terms of like the base building. When I draw humans, you can tell that I try to value the anatomy and the proportions because I just draw a skeleton and then build the muscles off of that. So it's like those kind of habits were built from doing stuff like that.
So you learn through like inspiration, right?
Yeah.
Or through observation, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I guess because Cam, I'm sorry, I treat you more as like I know you're really good with Photoshop. Like you got specialty in that. So like, where'd
So
you
I
learn like
actually,
all that?
so I actually started off with pens, like pens and pencils. The issue that turned up was, hey, I want to make a digital version of this. So I kind of self-taught myself how to make just a bunch of digital art, and then eventually just devolved into like photo editing. There was some people that say like, hey, can you like include some stuff in these photos because like we forgot to include a person, and then eventually just like, yeah, sure, I could do that. And then so I'm cheap. Okay, so I don't have Photoshop. I googled the classic Photoshop for free, and what Photoshop is, a good substitute is GIMP. Um, it's good for like a lot of good like new learners, but also at the same time too, I've learned all of these tools by trial and error. I don't know what any of these tools are called, but they like this is selection tool. Ooh. But I'm pretty sure it has a proper name for it, but I just kind of go with the flow.
Hey man, as long as it works, right?
Trial and error and control Z is my friend.
I take it a lot of YouTube tutorials too.
No,
Oh really?
yeah, just
What? Really?
yeah, just
That's
follow.
crazy. Because like
So
everything is just YouTube tutorials now.
yes, yeah, I think I would have benefited, and a lot of people would benefit from YouTube tutorials, but unfortunately, I am stupid. I never actually thought about that until now. But yeah, no, that would have been an issue right there.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Richie. What program are you using for this right now?
Clip Studio Paint.
Okay, so we have Clip Studio Paint for you. We have GIMP for Cam. Tyler, what are you using?
I have totally legally obtained Adobe Photoshop.
Oh my god, dude, Adobe Photoshop? Why'd you have to
Yeah,
specify that?
Adobe Photoshop.
Oh,
Totally
that's great.
legal.
I'm starting to think you
100%
haven't.
legit.
You did fully legally obtain it.
I think he
No,
got it from a
no,
cereal box.
no, no. What are you talking
It's like
about?
remember back in the day when you get like Roller Coaster Tycoon and cereal box. I'm pretty sure that's his copy of.
That's
Oh,
yes,
like the
yes.
little like CDs and the
Yeah,
Yeah,
little
yeah,
plastic stuff.
I
Yo.
actually got it from I opened up a box of Rice Krispies, and it just happened to be in there, like
oh,
the
that's
install
crazy,
disc,
dude. That
and
was
then
like
the Rice
limited
disc. Yeah,
edition, a totally legal, perfect like competition from them. Like
yes,
no one
yes.
just saw it. Like I can't believe
Don't look it
Tyler's
up
the
because
only
it's
winner of
very
that.
hard to find. Yeah, it's very hard to find information on.
Okay, so then same question to you then. How long have you been kind of doodling? Or I guess everyone doodles a little bit kind of as a kid or like that starts out that way, but like when did you kind of pick up um like doing it
Uh,
more as a hobby and such?
I've always been drawing as a kid. My original path in life I wanted to follow was to be an animator, but I have Asian parents, so that didn't work out.
No
Jokes
man,
on
anime
them.
exists.
I still work on art. So yeah, I just ended up drawing a lot as a kid, and it progressed to just doing more and more digital in high school, and I started shit posting in late elementary school, I think. So probably around like 12, I started messing around in actual Photoshop and started doing things. I don't know how to draw. I don't know how I thought I would have been an animator.
All right, so I don't think you're bad at drawing, dude. Like what you draw is pretty impressive.
Bro,
I
I
think I
don't know
just
what I'm
how to
doing after
describe it
that.
last time, where it's like Richie is like the commission kind of more professional artist. You're our hobby artist, and Cam, I love your stuff. It reminds me so much of Newgrounds.
Yeah, I think I mainly draw not to get paid. I just draw to get like a funding.
Dude, the recognition is the payment. Oh wait, I sound like an influencer saying that. I can't say that.
I feel like you would get offended if somebody asked you to to if you could pay if they could pay you to draw something.
So
You're
like
like, no, what the
Wait,
one
I've
time I
paid you before
actually,
though.
yeah, you know, one time I actually did do art, and I wasn't expecting anything out of it. And the person hands me money. I'm like, "What is this?" And he says, "It's commission." And I'm like, I made the mental connection, just like,
You
oh,
you
oh
opened your
yeah,
third eye that day.
yeah,
Oh, I can get paid for
Oh my
that.
god.
yeah. It was just like mind-boggling that someone. I thought this was just like a task that anyone could do, but apparently some people just do not draw.
Yeah, thank God I'm not drawing with this because like you guys would just see stick figures. I'd be done in like 15 seconds. You'd see 4 stick figures and or like unidentifiable blobs.
I mean,
But
some
Tyler, how?
Digimon are just unidentified blobs.
Yeah, that's all you see. You see Otamamon and Coralmon. That's all you get from me.
All right, so we got
Yeah, but Tyler,
Bulmon.
how long have you been using Photoshop? Like, have you always stuck with Photoshop?
Photoshop, I totally yeah. When I found it in a cereal box when I was like in maybe like fifth grade, uh, I just figured out how to use it from there. Like no YouTube tutorial. I just fucked around in it.
That's actually insane to me. Neither use YouTube tutorials.
I use it. You know what's funny? Now that I use it professionally, I use YouTube tutorials because I'm like, what is this feature? But usually beforehand, I just got a hang of everything and figured out how to like video or I figure out how to like photo edit, how to like color grade, all that kind of stuff
Well,
through just trial and error.
I felt
Hmm.
kind of like embarrassed to like search up on YouTube because it's just like I didn't know the words for some stuff, so it's just like,
It's like looking up the guide in a game.
How to
yeah.
make line in Photoshop.
No, that's
How
actually a genuine skill that you have to learn when you're like trying to teach by yourself though. The amount of times I'm like, how do you make curved line not so curvy? Or like you sound like an idiot when you're trying to like look this shit, or at least I do when you're looking the shit up. And then like you finally figure out how other people word it, and you're like, oh, that makes so much sense, you
dude,
know?
I
I mean, I guess
I
that's just like the barrier of entry, right? Like that's kind of the welcome package to the hobby.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
branching off to that, like what do you guys use to draw? Because I've been my tablet broke. I've been using a mouse to draw.
Bro, it's crazy that you use a mouse to
Yeah,
draw.
when I first heard that, I legitimately like that's fucking insane, bro.
My
Like, how do you
my
have the wrist control to do that? I feel like everything would just go to shit like immediately.
it's just trial and error. Because like, so a good idea. It was also a fun fact that you guys could do for some people who want to do drawing. When it comes to curves, I tend to push in towards myself for any type of draws, but any type of things that require a line, I just push out.
You
Push
know, I
into yourself.
wonder because this is GIMP that you're using,
Oh,
right?
So like anything that involves like a curve, especially with a mouse, you guys can even try it with a mouse too. Um, you'll have an easier time to make a curve
If
pulling in
you
towards yourself, opposed from
if,
just pushing out.
if you have the chance, I would recommend checking out if your software has something called vector layers, because vectors effectively turns lines into like objects that you can like kind of configure. I don't know if your software has this though,
Hear me
and
out.
if it does, you can like
I,
smooth things out and make straight lines pretty
so you
easily.
call it vector layers. I think it's this thing. It's called the squiggler, but like it's just this.
the
Yeah, yeah,
squiggler.
yeah. Effectively, yeah. That's exactly what I'm
And then
talking about.
I click stroke path and it does it.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, that's sick.
So
But
this
also
guy's using the Australian like the hoingy boingy.
Oh,
I
dude, you
I
just
don't
turn on the Oingo Boingo.
Oh
know,
mate, you
but
just use the hoingy boingy down
yeah,
in the buttons,
but you guys see where I'm getting at, right?
and then
Like
you get some squiggly
I know the
lines.
tool exists. I don't know what it's called. So me typing on YouTube, how do I
Photoshop is just called the
use
pen tool.
yeah, how do I use the squiggler properly? And like, because that's how I recognize it. Like, let's see, this is the warp tool because yeah, sure you can grab something and go, ooh, control C.
That's a nice tool to have.
But like, yeah, normal lines, but I've been using a mouse for I think 2 years now, but I think it's because now I'm used to using a mouse. It's not
It's so
Yeah.
funny with how accessible drawing tablets are now. Like you can get one for like $20, and you're
Yeah.
still just using a mouse just because of the
Hey,
convenience
if
of
we
it.
get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, sponsored by Shadow Legends, we might get them. We might get them a drawing tablet.
That would be
Dude,
so hype.
if you guys get me a drawing tablet, I'll cry. I'll draw you little
Good.
sparkles.
Oh,
We
we'll
want to see
get you
those
a
good
drawing
tears.
tablet, all right.
I love it.
Want to be those those wholesome homie moments.
Wait, there you go. That's deep.
There is a bit of it.
Yeah,
It's
me right
like
there.
you'll be a little bit surprised when if you first try it out though, because it's just going to be a weird learning curve. It's still a new interface, so you'll like draw, and then you'll have to like make the disconnect between your pen and the screen because you're not drawing directly where you're looking at. It's weird.
Just
Yeah,
get one with a screen then, bro.
I think
Bro,
that
that's like more than $20.
No, you can get a cheap one from China.
I think that will be the main issue for me. All right, let's see here. Up. Ooh, looking nice.
So
I don't know what
so
to put on
so
the
Richie, what are you
screen.
drawing there? It's pretty elaborate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I've seen two Digimon, like sorry, two on Cam's, one on Tyler's, and then just like a whole movie set on yours. What's going on there?
well, it's an Agumon that's getting rated by Deeper.
Oh,
I
Twitch raid. Oh no, like he's getting
Yeah,
swatted.
yeah.
Oh
Unfortunately,
god.
I still have to figure out like what the fuck he's even watching to get rated by. There's like
Ah,
muupie, but I don't
like
know what.
what's like the most degenerate? Pretend he's a streamer, right? He's what's the most like, degenerate game we could play?
Honey
Fortnite.
Pop.
Yo, make it a dating sim, and it's Nokia on stream or on the screen.
Ooh,
That's so good.
Oh,
Yo, make it one of our friends' favorite Digimon characters, Rina Shinamoya.
Oh, shoutouts to Reno, yeah.
Shout outs to Rina. $50 cards still, and that deck does not. I wish it functioned.
shout outs to this to the red to the Digimon subreddit. Fucking posted fan art of Rita on there. Got that shit taken down because people were uncomfortable. I'm like, what
It's
the fuck?
Wait,
crazy how
immediately?
offended. Yeah, people get
No, no,
offended
not even
right away.
immediately. Like a day later, I got a
Oh,
couple of
damn.
comments saying like, "I don't like this. This is making me uncomfortable." And then it like, I guess they reported to the mods because the mods like took it down and let me know. And I'm like, "Oh, well, that's crazy."
Like that's just so funny.
They genuinely got offended because Rena is a child, except for the fact that they use her card and she just looks exactly the way that he drew it.
I
And
I I gave her more clothes, if anything, but
Yeah,
it
you
is what it
actually
is.
get more clothes.
okay, here let's get away from this one before we get taken
hold
off
on.
YouTube.
True.
Okay, what ratios do you guys use? Like resolution of your canvas size is what I mean.
I actually started stealing from Richie. I used to just do like 1080 by 1080, and I'm like, wait, my computer can just handle bigger because I saw Richie. Yeah, I got a commission from Richie, and he actually I was just peeking behind the screen, seeing how big his canvas. Okay, this also sounds like an innuendo. I'm just
It
That's
feels
okay.
I
like we're
saw
the
that
pain in
Hey,
the
hey,
ass.
we know what you guys do. We see
yeah
those
yeah
messages.
yeah those messages we get into it. he he does like a bit bigger, and I was like, oh, I could just make my canvases bigger so nothing's like pixelated when I export. So I do about like three 3,000 something by 3,000 something. I don't remember the numbers. I usually look up ratios.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not using like when you said 1080 by 1080. I'm surprised you weren't doing like 1920 by 1080, like 1080p or 4K. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I forgot 1920 was a thing up until like like a year or two ago.
Fair.
Because
Wait,
what I use is just like by pixel. So like this is one of my larger versions, but usually I just do like 1,000 by 1,000. I work
that's
really
small. Wait, damn.
I work with a lot of pixelated, like pixelations. So like I get deep into the image. Sure,
Dude,
Oh,
this
I
guy's
think
like
that
berserking it.
I'm not gonna. I think that adds a little bit to the new groundsiness of your stuff, though.
it does. I fully agree with that.
Like
And it just like
that feels so early internet.
It feels so camera.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, when you guys see a fully detailed image, for me, I touched every single pixel.
Every
That's
every pixel
insane.
is
Fucking
personalized.
crazy. Like I think you're literally embodying the drawing version of like Goku or Rock Lee's weights.
Yeah, I mean, Alliance took a lot out of me.
Oh, I love the Alliance meme. I know our
I
producer
don't.
hates it. I'm so happy that because we had to flash these earlier, that our producer now has it on his computer.
I was lucky enough to like. So I'm a somewhat, I think, relative to everybody on this call, I'm pretty new to the Discord, but I'm so happy that I joined during the Alliance season because I fucking hopped on that train too, and that shit was so fucking
You
funny.
just called it a season. It was just
The
honestly,
Alliance arc.
Cam. How did that even come up? Like I know that you started that because that then inspired DNA, which then led
So,
us down this whole rabbit hole to do like collision and all that. But like, how did you start with the Alliance?
The
so
new
I
deck
can't.
was coming out. I
You know,
remember it was
the new deck came out, which had influences on that too. But at the locals, I made a joke saying like, "I'm gonna kiss for game," and I was just referencing Alliance, and someone, I forgot who it was, but they put it as just like, "What do you mean kiss for game?" And I said like, "Well, my Wendigo and my Gargomon are gonna kiss, and we're gonna take two checks instead of one." And I woke up one day, I said, I have to draw this. I spent like maybe 3 or 4 hours just doing a rough sketch. And then out of nowhere, I just dropped it into the Discord chat. And then it was positively received and also negatively received at the same time.
Why would anyone be negative to that?
The
Some
haters.
some
it's
some
one of
people
my
don't
favorite
like the
arcs.
game mechanic of Alliance, I believe, and I think that's the reason.
Dude, this is a little personal, but like we go to the gym together.
Mm.
But I love like I love just the times where you zone out mid set. You go, dude, and I know like you just cooked like the best fucking meal from that. Like you just cooked the hardest shit from that. Even be it with a deck. Future episode, Jank Tank, Cam might be on it. Um,
Yeah, just
but yeah,
show up and
thinking about just like cooking like the weirdest deck or just the stupidest thing that I know I'm gonna see like the Photoshop creation afterwards.
yeah,
You know
like I
what I think?
do.
It's the if y'all ever seen like fucking Jimmy Neutron, it's the
It's
brain
The brain
blast
the
moment.
blast.
He's just sitting there, and then you just like this zoom in into his ear canal into the brain. It's like pulsating, and then he goes, "Dude, like,
No, dude, he completely zones out mid set, and then
Yeah,
just like comes back in with
what?
dude, and you
it's just
know it's
like
gonna be
it's
like
like
the
when
best meal.
Neo learns kung fu. I just I know kung fu. It's just like, oh, I know what to draw type of deal. But I know, but from Alliance though, like a lot of stuff came out from that. There was Digisorption. There was some like trial. People tried to like do some replications of it too. I'm gonna
I
be
forgot I
honest.
started Digisorption.
Digisorption is gonna be banned. I will not never show that image again. But
Well, it's so good though, man.
I I gave Heat a rough draft of the art, and after me working so hard on it, he said, "That's the wrong Digimon."
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
it's the Sunflame one instead of the oh, sorry, it's the what's the one from Bloomlord?
It's a Bloss. No, yeah, it was Blossomon.
Oh,
It was
sorry, it's
supposed to be
Sunflowmon instead of Blossomon.
yeah, yeah. Because I remember I started drawing that. I was like, you know, it'd be really funny. Like, it's just the sunflower, or not the sunflower. It's the Blossomon with Togemon's hand just caught in its mouth, like Kirby sucking up a character. And I drew that, and I'm like, all right, your turn, Richie. And then Richie did the most vile drawing I've ever seen up until
see,
that point.
you
And
were
then
thinking
and then
about
came
you were thinking about the canon and lore, and does this make sense? I was too deep in the sauce and being like, I need to find all these references for these faces and like the pose and like
yeah.
the
Bro, I just drew
emotional.
mine on my tablet during my lunch break at work. And this guy's like in the depths finding like references.
Yeah, I had to go on a couple of questionable reference material and just be like,
Hey, bro,
wow,
it's all research.
I just realized
research.
He
that
needs the right subject matter.
the
Yeah, and
Digimon
then
I'm drawing
yeah,
is
but
just
Cam
Ghost
came in.
Ivy.
Cam came in with just chef's kiss. Like
Yeah, but the thing
I
is, I showed you guys with confidence, and I still messed up the task. I put the wrong
but that
guy,
makes
but
it funnier.
that's what makes it funnier too. Yeah, fantastic, funny, haha. But then I was just like, I didn't realize of that mistake until it was too late, right?
I think that's what adds charm to it, though. I think that's what makes it funnier.
It gives it that Newgrounds energy, bro.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
Because
makes it
exactly.
so
like,
great.
Yeah.
I just
So outside of like just the keyword stuff, like I know that we've regularly posted art, just recent certain Digimon with large knockers. There might be one. Some
oh,
fan art commissions you've done. What is like your favorite drawing from the community? It could be your own. Like actually, you could pick one of your own and then one of someone else's. Like
I
what
think
is someone like that? Just art. It could be because it's funny, because it's sick.
my favorite personal drawing or artwork or whatever from our community has to be the thing that Richie and I actually worked on together.
oh, that was sick.
It was all in culmination of yeah, you know how Cam said that, oh, everybody's like trying to like mimic or is like doing stuff to like kind of like off the back of Alliance. And I'm like, all right, what if you just made it? I just made a meme, like a video, like an animation, because I haven't animated anything in a while. So I was like, okay, it's the same characters in the Alliance meme, but it's the Akuma Shungoku
Oh
Satsu
yeah, I remember this.
thousand years of death. And I'm like, I can't fucking draw. So I messaged Richie. I think it was in the middle of the night. I occasionally I'll just message Richie out of nowhere and just be like, dude, I have the best meme idea, but I need you to try it. But yeah, so I
He's the
messaged
hired
Richie.
gun.
I think I messaged Richie
Unfortunately.
in the middle of the night. And I'm like, yo, you want to? I was like, we didn't really talk that much yet. And I was like so nervous. I'm like, do you want to collab on something? And he was so nice about it. He was like, yeah, 100%, dude. I would love to do that. So we he drew the sprites for it, and I just gave feedback on whatever. And then I took everything and then animated everything. So it's just the Gargomon doing the thousand die 1000 deaths, Shungoku Satsu, whatever, uh, on Wendigomon.
I really hope he put it there,
Yeah,
just so people could see.
it took a while to make, and it was just honestly, it I put that on my portfolio. Like
That's crazy.
it's genuinely on my portfolio website just to show
It's
that I can
it's such a
animate.
niche reference of a niche reference, though. But like, I get it. It was very well done.
Yeah, no, it took so long for me and Richie to work on that together. We threw in some of Cam's memes and just it was just a good passion project for our small community of people that love shit posting, and we just kind of have been going from there, and it's great.
yeah, I wasn't expecting the sheer like I don't know, piggyback. I wouldn't even call it piggyback. It's just like a chain of events caused from one image, but also at the same time too. Like I didn't know there was many artists on like the Discord too. So like you guys would go branch off ideas off each other. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like it's really cool that I think we have a very good community, and it's very nice to see people who have similar hobbies that are outside of just Digimon, because that is the primary thing. Go into like that and be able to collaborate with this, because
Yeah, I like
when
occasionally
would
just
you guys
thinking
meet
of
each other outside of this, right?
something really fucked up and just DMing or adding Richie in our public chat and being like, "Hey Richie, get on this."
Yeah, I do like it when a random person will just like immediately call like, oh, by the way, um, can any of you guys artists do it? And we all jump on it.
Yeah,
Every
the
time Tyler
collaborative
pings
brainstorm.
I was gonna say every time Tyler pings me in the Discord, I like brace myself mentally. I'm like, oh god,
It's
oh
either
my
something
god.
it's either something really sweet or it's me pinging him for a meme.
Yeah,
There's
so I
that
just
problem.
received this random DM at like 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna kill me if I say no. So I had to go. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a love it's listen, it's a love-filled relationship, everybody.
Blink twice if you need help.
Make his avatar blinking. I'm kidding.
That's so much effort.
I know.
Oh yeah, we and the funny part is we have to make him draw it.
Yeah, we would have to
Because
make him
Ichi
draw
uses the
it, yeah.
custom sprites this time around, while I'm still Jedi.
Dude, yeah, I mean, I'm a totally normal Kalumon. Nothing is wrong with me whatsoever. Or nothing
Yeah,
suspicious.
absolutely nothing.
Just Kalumon.
I gave my guy a mouth.
God, dude, yours was disturbing the first time I saw it in the chat.
But the thing is, like, you told me specifically, like, oh yeah, just choose a Digimon that you like. Uh, okay. I like this guy, but he doesn't have a mouth because you told me like make sure he could talk. How do I do that?
No, that's fair. No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying like it caught me off guard the first time.
Bro, the
No,
first time I
what
saw
caught me
his
off guard was the inclusion of the realistic fucking human eye. I'm like, what? Oh,
Okay.
that's definitely a choice.
Yeah, I don't like other things looking at me.
Yeah, was what does this thing know that I don't?
I have secrets.
Apparently.
So I'm close to done, but I didn't know if I should keep this in here. I want your opinion.
The soy jacking.
dude, that's so good.
That's so good. I think you keep a version with and without.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes I look at what Cameron draws and I just marvel. Like I just like think like I wish I was that creative.
Honestly, same here. There's a lot of moments where I'm just like, that's so fucking smart, or that's so fucking creative.
Yeah, but I feel
Well,
like
I
you
mean,
guys kind of bounce that idea off each other too, because there's some shit that like we look at, or oh, sorry, I don't mean to call it shit, but like there's some stuff we look at it between each other, and you're like, that's genius. I wish I came up with that.
but
Like
the thing
everyone has
is
that
too.
moment. No, like I don't know. I think it's because you guys, it's the whole like idea of cooking something where like you've been around it for too long, like your own thing, so it doesn't taste as good. So maybe it's you guys being more critical of other people's stuff because you guys are so used to what you're already doing, right?
Yeah, we're often our biggest critics.
You
Yeah.
know, there's an exercise I like to do every once in a while just to like remind myself of the progress. Is like I like to draw older pictures I drew like in high school and just see how different it is, and it just like it keeps me grounded every once in a while. Be like, oh shit, like that is actually like a significant improvement.
That's kind of what it's kind of what manga artists do, right? Like there's
Yeah.
certain like at the end of certain chapters they'll do an old drawing of like an old character or like some panel that just they just reminded of, right? And that's kind of just a cool way of reflecting on how you progressed.
And honestly, like realistically speaking, not all the time. It's not going to be an improvement all the time. Sometimes you were just like fucking cooking in the past. And you're like, how the fuck did I do that? But
I
like,
was always
it's
cooking in the past, and now I look back and I just get sad.
yeah, bro. Dog, you don't want to be in that space. That space sucks, bro. You're like, fuck. Past Tyler was cooking.
I was like, damn, I actually cared back then. That's crazy.
No, but it was there. Like life was also different too. I'm assuming when you were looking at your past work, you were probably in a space where you had a lot more time and effort to try to like commit to something like this. Like,
I had too much damn time.
Question: what's the name of the fish girl in Digimon?
Yao.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Are you gonna make the soy jack her?
I'm gonna make one of them her.
Right. So Tyler, you love the video that we have, or the one that you and Richie collaborated on. Cam,
Yeah,
what's
it's
your favorite thing
so
from our
good.
community?
Um. So, Tyler, hey, he had these like arts. Every once in a while, he would just choose. I wouldn't even call it a victim at this point, but like he would draw someone, and it would specifically be an FU, and then insert like username.
yeah, those are so
Oh,
good.
the stickers. Yeah.
I loved them so much, and then when I saw I got one, I was just like, I had to retaliate here. So I'm not gonna make this person yell. They'll just leave it as this because drawing sweaters is hard. Um, yeah, no. So I grabbed the exact same image. I edited it so it's just like it says "f you," uh, Cameron. Well, "f you, Moopy," and then it's just the guy turning around going "f you, SixTalez," and that was funny. I think that was my second interaction with you, Tyler.
I think so. We didn't interact much. I think it was because you kept like you just kept posting
Yeah.
a meme that made me like really like, oh my fucking god, why do I have to look at this? And I kept being like,
In a
I kept
good or
being
a
like,
bad way.
I
in a
think
good,
it was the
kept being like,
alliance.
Cameron, please stop, and he just kept posting it. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck you. You get a sticker now.
I'm honored.
Yeah, those are just so good. I love. I know you made a special one for Segoi,
Yeah,
which we're gonna have to remove the text for.
we can't. Yeah,
But
we can't
I
use that
fucking
one.
love that little guy, man. I love that
He's been
sticker.
he's been begging for he's like because he's my like training partner. If you watch the Gallant podcast, you'll hear that I shout him out at the end, telling you like he's the reason I'm playing Digimon as well. Like
Mhm.
we just constantly yeah, but he's been like, dude, I'm like one of your best friends. Why the fuck don't I have one? And I'm like, you'll get one
And it's
secretly.
high res.
Yeah,
Like
secretly, I
it's a
just
step
really
above the other ones.
couldn't draw Tokomon properly for a
Mm.
while. Because like there's just something about the proportions of Tokomon that I couldn't draw properly.
You know what it is? The more simple the design is, the more deceptive it can be. Like
Yes.
Yes.
Cameron, you're drawing. I think we were talking about it earlier, but you're drawing the Ryuda, whatever it's called. It's like because it's like a bulbous,
It's
smooth
pure.
body. If
Yes.
you fuck up, it's apparent.
It's
Unfortunately,
like uncanny valley. Look, I
Y-
drew blue Snivy.
yeah. Like
You did.
you can't. It's so difficult to like get the likeness, and that's like that's such a huge part of drawing sometimes.
Oh my god, I love that you're. I love you just called out it's blue Snivy.
That's what, dude. I'm calling out the Digimon design team. That's just Pokemon.
You mean
Wait,
Kenji Watanabe? Just him?
Is it
dude, let
just
me.
him designing right now?
No. There's many designers. I just
Oh, I was gonna say
love
that's
thinking that
crazy.
he's the only one.
But I was just gonna like rescind my statement if it was just one guy, because I mean, eventually you run out of ideas.
But that's such a. Hey, can I borrow your homework?
Yeah, just make sure you change it enough.
Yeah.
Make them blue.
All right,
Yeah.
so Richie, if Tyler's gonna call out the video, what's your favorite thing? It could be the same thing, but like,
I
what's your
For the
go-to?
sake of a varied answer, I like honestly that experience of collaborating together was like just special. I had so much fun and the feedback of getting to know. I think that was like the kind of like the catalyst and just the breakthrough of just like, oh, this guy's like really chill. And I'm like, let's hang out. He's got good ideas. Too many ideas. Stop messaging me. No,
Stop
Please.
messaging you, baby.
no, but I this is also personal bias because I straight up have a fucking mad of it. But it's like I'm an Imperial player. I love the deck. And like I forgot who drew it, but it's DNA and it's just Vmon and Wormmon just sucking face.
Yeah, I wonder what
That
kind
would
of
be
loser
Tyler's
would draw
creation.
that.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. I oh yeah, no, you because I reached out to you and you said you were making the mat and I bought it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I play it at locals all the time, and like because people know that I draw, they think I drew that shit, and I'll be like, nah, this is my friends. My
Wait,
friends are just as fucked up as I am.
wait, Tyler, is it the same short mat that you have?
Yes. No.
Dude,
So
I don't know how.
that
Like,
version I misprinted, but it's perfect for me, right? Like it actually works. But like everybody else's is a proper sized mat.
okay, because yeah, I don't know how you got a baby-sized mat.
I
Wait, I didn't
I
realize this, but you have
miss
a small mat.
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
short. Like it's
my mat is
it's the
like
right length. It's just short.
yeah, it's
Oh,
like
it's
depth
okay.
wise, it's like you can't play like a stack deck on it
You
because
can't
your
play
stack
Newman
will
mod on that
start
shit,
going
bro.
yeah,
You got
like your
chode
stack will
mat.
start going off of your goddamn mat.
Yeah, no, but yeah. So to like just I guess focus back on the question. Yeah, it's the DNA was like it's still to this day like one of my absolute favorites because people come up to me. I'm now known at like my locals as that guy with the fucking mat.
You know what's funny? At my current locals, like 5 other people are using it.
Wait,
Like
5 people? Who else is using? Actually, you know what? We can't talk so here. But like, I didn't realize there's that many people.
dude, a lot of people use the mat because like they were like, "Yeah, I'll buy one," and I'm like, "Sick!"
Wait,
And I
hell yeah!
sold, I sold a lot, like a good amount of them, and
You know what's crazy? I still get it's like oh like I kind of want a mat like that. I'm like oh there's the handle on the mat. If you ever want it, reach out.
I
So
have
like
Uh,
not gotten a single DM.
yeah, that's
Oh, dude,
crazy. That's
that's
fucking
crazy.
crazy.
If you ever want to see the handles for any of them, it's going to be in the description below.
um,
Wink,
Yeah,
wink, nudge, nudge.
um, I know some people will wake me up at like 3 o'clock a.m. and I'm calling out some people here. Pete is one of these people. Um, they will
I'm
just
sorry.
they will give me like an instruction, but the thing is, I feel like I'm honor bound to just straight up do it now, so I do it. Um, and I made some sleeves. I made for some people. I've also made mats. I've made myself a custom mat of the touch of grace when God's touching like Adam.
On the Sistine
That's
Chapel.
yeah, like that. Is that the name of it? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I made a diabormon like just pointing with Caramon. I had to censor it because I was using this mat for regional, and unfortunately, there's lots of parts in that artwork that cannot be visible.
Can
Um,
you draw me a man, but include in the touch of God, but instead of Diabormon, have Anubismon, Labramon,
I could do that.
Cerberusmon,
The
I could
Cerberus
do
Dark
that.
Mad,
Animal Engine.
the full Dark Animal engine.
Oh,
like
dude,
not
just
not
make a
just sorry, not just like the couple of Digimon, like every single Digimon in that deck.
Yeah.
make a mat that's
I could do that, but like I
like
feel like this would be the one instance where I would say that would be a commission.
yeah, like the official mat with the I think it's like the Demon Lords and the Royal Knights kind of like squaring off against each other.
Mhm.
But it one side is the entire Dark Animal engine, and the other side is the entire Galaxy engine.
Oh, you know what? That's actually kind of fire.
I should do
That
that.
would be sick. That would be a lot of work, though.
Let's
Yeah.
collab.
Okay, well, maybe we could have some talented artists, you know, collaborate on that. Huh?
Dude,
It's a good thing I'm
Huh?
not talented.
Good thing I'm not an
the
artist.
thing is, though that seems pretty cool, I think our art styles are also pretty like. I'm gonna be honest. You guys have some pretty good detailed art. I got that wonky, wacky uh, art style that also is like a little bit of hey, I'm stealing content as images, but I'm fusing them together. Um,
And there's nothing wrong with that.
there's
Nothing
nothing
wrong with
wrong with
Dude,
that.
that.
art is
You
all
be
about expression and freedom, man. Like if it
Yeah.
works, it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a sweater. I said I wasn't gonna be putting a sweater, and I'm doing it anyways. Um,
Hey man, you have time. I think it just makes it adds to the funniness of it, right? I know that I know it looks like we're kind of nearing the end. I know Richie's got a lot of work still, but that's a lot of detail that we have in there. But
oh
like
my god.
we all love the Digimon card game. I know when we talk about it that there's the one big driver in this game, and I appreciate it, especially comparing to games like uh, was it Battle Spirits and Union Arena. We have a lot of original art for the game, right? Like we have some very talented artists that work on this. I honestly think at some point, uh, you guys should join the Illustrator contest. I think that having different styles of this being presented for those contests, it would be really cool if you end up getting it on a card. Like that'd be super sick. But what do you guys think is your favorite Digimon art? Like which art hooked you into this game that you went
thick,
that's super sick?
thick fat guy warm up.
Thick Thigh Diaborma, the EX6 one, Alter?
Yeah, that art goes extremely hard,
Yeah, that one's a sick one.
and as a big
Um,
Diabormon stan, I love it.
we actually asked. Well, I actually asked this question in BrickCity a while back where I said, "Hey guys, drop your tier list for your top 5 arts just in general
Oh
for
yeah, I remember
Digimon."
that.
Yeah. And I'm so indecisive that I just posted a 4 by 3 image. Like I'm like, "Yeah, post your top 5 Digimon arts." I post 12.
But
Wow,
I'm
broke
gonna
his
make it
own
harder then.
rules.
I'm
That's
gonna make it harder then.
crazy.
Which one of those caught your eye first?
The problem is it changes a lot. Like I think for a while my favorite art was I mean, like just because it was my favorite Digimon was Crimson Mode for I think it was the Ulti Cup art. But then it changed to like heavy Leomon and Bancho Leomon the more I use the deck. And then obviously BT13 Gallantmon and then Crimson Mode Ace when it came out and Wargrowl SP. Just something about anything that Kenji Watanabe does is just beautiful. And
You're
my
making your
top
producer's job so hard because he's gonna post each one of those.
my top art, which I consider as one card, is actually the signed Kenji Guilmon and Impmon. I consider those both as one art. Like they're beautiful.
Oh, it's
No,
like a
that's fair.
mural. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And Heavy Metal Dramon Ace SP. That card is just has aura. Like it has this feeling to it that's just I vibe with the card.
With the moon in the background, right?
Yeah, with the moon in the
Yeah,
background, him
that's a super
rocking
sick
out,
one.
all of the Digimon just like partying. That shit's good.
Richie, how about you?
So the one of the craziest things that really hooked me onto Digimon in general was the sole fact that they got, I think, Naochita Morisaki, the fucking artist for all the Gundam, because I love Gunpla. I fucking build that shit all day. And I've been on a huge Gunpla kick. But like I think I started off with BT5, and I think he has like one or two altars. The Chaos Gallantmon in particular. I'm like, wait, I recognize this fucking art style. And then I like looked into it. It's like they got the fucking Gundam guy in this thing. The TCG has Gundam guy. Like,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Nachika's got some high quality. Like I don't like the cross line. I think that's all kind of cheesy. But the cross line, Nachika alt-arts are so good.
Oh my god. You really see, like, so there's he does have like organic alt arts. I think the War Greymon is one and the Angelmon, I think. And they look great, but like, oh, when he's given like mecha, oh, that's where he really fucking shines, my opinion.
You're talking about the BT14, yeah, the BT14 War Gray and Angemons, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Are you
those are so
guys
good. The War Gray, I'm a
Oh.
Greymon stan. Oh, that is done so well.
are
My regret is not being able to pick one up, and I feel like now it's getting a little bit harder to find one.
Which one is
You
this?
know,
which
you just
one?
fish around. BT14 Altar, the one that where he's doing the Gaia Force,
Let me look at this up.
the one where he's doing
Oh,
the
that
Spirit
one.
Bomb.
No, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about. Yeah.
So
And it's like highly rendered and stylized because of that, you
yeah.
know?
do you like the pointy art or the round art? Because ideally, like some alt arts, they use like rounded lines and all that stuff. Like
Yeah,
more
what's his name? The one who did the SPs in EX8.
those were
Koki.
unique. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See,
Koki does a very lot of um
I love Koki's art.
like
it's like
pastel or not
soft
pastel, but like
it's like
yeah, very soft.
softer.
It's like a pastel, like
EX4 Black Black Growlmon is so good.
Oh, sorry. Just a correction here. I just looked it up. So the SPs in EX8 were done by Sasasi or Sasasi.
Oh, that's such
I'm
a
Oh
not even a
close
yeah.
fan of
second.
that.
Oh,
He's so,
Asmaria is so good too.
Asbury is good. Like
okay,
they've had some
I
good
got a
artists.
I got a bone to pick with Asmarie.
Hey
Okay,
yo.
okay, lay it on us. What's up?
The problem, okay, so if y'all don't know,
He's
Asmarie
attacking.
is the designer of like most X antibodies, and generally like they look great. But once you
Oh,
start trying to fucking draw fan art of that shit, it's a nightmare. Oh my god.
wait, you didn't
it's
want my
yeah.
suggestion the other day of Magnamon X fighting Jesmon GX?
Yeah, I specifically, I think I remember replying with "kill yourself in Minecraft."
No, I get it. That it is like it's edgy in both ways. Like edgy and like, oh my god, dude, it's so cool. And there's so many lines.
I've complained multiple times throughout the community when I was drawing certain like fan arts, like the Magnamon X fan art that I did, like that shit was awful. It took me so long for me to just like map out the colors, the line art and the colors, and oh.
Well, I also
It's
think
okay. It's
that
okay. It's
most
over.
of the X antibody arts, like especially the old arts, they all look the same to me, man. It's just big pointy Gundam man, and so the occasional like he got arrested profile photo.
Body mostly white
He
as
got
well.
arrested.
White
You think
and
about the
silver.
mugshot altars?
Yeah, I'm calling it a mugshot. I
I
feel
mean,
like the
like to be fair, I
mugshot
just call
is
them mugshots. Yeah, that's what they're for. But like, that's so funny. That's such a good name for them.
looking for three. He got arrested. Magna X.
This man did it.
This man did. That's him,
Looking for
officer, right
3
there.
guilty Magna X's.
It's,
Let me continue on the one that I was drawing just for fun, because I finished mine.
Oh yeah, go for it, man. At this point,
I need
we
to
we
explain
got the
why.
art. Just go for things.
I need to explain why this is William Afton. So when EX5 came out, I just played notoriously played Leomon. It wasn't good. It isn't good, but it really annoyed green players. And at that time, a lot of Mega Gargamon, Ace, and a lot of Rapid X. And this deck just destroyed them because they'll be like, "Oh yeah, cool. I can't be bottom deck." I'll be like, "Cool, de-digivolve 3 times. Oh, I come back." And then it just kind of turned into a meme where Leomon was just like, Fortitude, I always come back. So it just became William Afton. So every time I fortituded, I would just say, call me William Afton, the way I always come back. And it just stuck. So now Leomon is just a nightmare too. Whenever I bring up Leomon to my friends, they just say no. They just say,
Oh, I
don't
just
play that
realized.
deck again.
You know that one meme in The Simpsons where it's the bartender's throwing out, I think his name is Barney, and like
Yeah.
Barney just pops up right behind. That works for Fortitude.
Oh, that
It
would have been
does.
so good for Fortitude. See, like I
Oh,
like this,
it
where we just come up with
should.
the ideas, and I know in like a week or two, that's gonna pop up in the
Somebody's
chat
gonna
randomly.
draw it. Yeah, yeah.
That's just gonna pop up in the
Mine was a
chat.
deep cut. That's the thing.
it's on my list.
Oh, I
He's
can just
writing it
do
down.
that
He's
right.
writing it
I can
down.
do that right now. What do you guys?
Actually, yeah, go for it.
Let
Fuck
me
it.
pull up the image.
Yeah, I kind of like the addition of this.
What like
Yeah,
because like the problem with me is I do things really fast.
That's okay. I mean, like that. What? I don't see why that's an issue.
Must be
It's
nice.
just the fact that I like really want to work hard on a project, and then I just have like you know what? I'll just show some of the random things that I have. Let's see. Yeah, my desktop is up. Uh, there's so many drawings that we've done.
All right,
Like
welcome everyone. We're now in the Tyler's show and tell section of the podcast.
yeah. There's a
This is now the Tyler podcast.
this is
We're
now
just
yeah. Welcome everybody. I mean, might as well since we got a bunch of them here.
might as
Oh
well
man,
just
I'm
pull
looking at
it.
the Barney meme of seeing that. Oh yeah, Cam. So funny story. This might not be the first time we tried doing this podcast, and Cam was assigned Collision last time, where he chose himself to do Collision, and he came up with this. Can you show us what the inspiration was, Cam?
For
Okay,
legal reasons, we cannot show the one that I did last time.
so I'm gonna I'll pull up the image.
That one's so well done. Like it reminds me of Robot Chicken,
yeah, it
right? Like
does.
it looks
I
so
feel like
Robot Chicken to me.
it feels like a cutout from Smiling Friends.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you. There are so many SpongeBob scenes. This is so hard to find. But okay, ideally, if you look at it, this is Mr. Krabs, and this was SpongeBob or Plankton, I believe.
Plankton. It
dude,
was
you could look it up.
Plankton.
Just giant naked Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, it's
It
the
was showed on
scene.
national television. We could show naked Mr. Krabs. It's okay.
It's crazy that we know exactly where it's from. It's the scene where Plankton takes over Mr. Krabs' life
Yeah, when they switch bodies.
Yeah, they switch bodies.
No,
Yeah.
no. So different one.
Oh no.
Is this not
Yeah,
that
it's when they switch universes basically.
Yeah. Where he is now the owner of the Krusty Krab.
Yeah. And he's just he's the random homeless naked guy that runs around trying to ruin the restaurant.
Yeah.
The reason why I wanted to draw this was because there's just an ongoing joke with a Machine Dramon build I have. There's those inheritables where if it wins in combat, you trash top security. So if your opponent has something that's weaker than Machine Dramon, you can play the option, drop the card, give it Blitz, give it Collision, so it has to block, and then 4 other cards that just say trash top security.
The why you hitting yourself OTK?
Yeah, just like I'm not checking security, you are.
No, you also said that you also had like the meanest tech of that one Metal Greymon that says
Oh yeah, get Collision and
when
then
you
Metal Greymon.
when you block, gain 3 memory.
Yeah, because
You
like
ran that Greymon, the Metal Greymon?
No, just
it,
dude, think about it. He swings, he plays it out. He looks at like your Ukomon that survived the security check. He goes, "All right, swing me." It swings. It collides. Trash 5. Gain 3 memory. He steals turn back. Next turn he just attacks.
yeah, or I could just throw another Machine Dramon.
That's nutty.
That's so funny.
It's so goofy.
Guys, I'm just finding art that I forgot that I drew.
Tentomon.
This one was so funny because it's just like Tentomon on the computer, and it's just it's just bug shots.
I kind of want that one to make Tyrant sleeves.
Yeah.
I know there
Oh,
was
that'd be
this
so
one.
good.
This one
I
wasn't
gotta do a shout out
well
real quick
received.
to the classic. This is what started all of the stickers.
Yeah.
I saw that shit. I'm like, oh my god, that's so
Okay,
high
to be fair-
quality.
To be fair, it started with the Motimon first, and then it went on to this one because it was originally just a an FU sticker, and then it got personal. So what I did was I started choosing people's favorite Digitama or like Digitama for the eggs that they typically use. Like for example, Mr. Wares. He he plays a lot of black decks, and he was looking for Tumblemons, so I did Tumblemon. Uh, who else did that? This was the one that Muupie was speaking about. Oh
Oh
goodness,
yeah.
wait, I got
What was it, Gummymon? And I think
it
the
was
reason why we
Gummymon.
chose Gummymon was because it's an alliance egg.
It was because it was the Alliance egg specifically. And here, this was the one that started it all. It was just the Motimon.
I think the reason why we were talking about that was just like, so like, what does Monimon do? End of turn, he attack.
No, I think I just drew Motimon one day. Okay, so let me give you the actual lore on it. I drew a Motimon one day, and because I just like Motimon. I just like bugs. So then, like somebody just like I was thinking of what to write next to him because I'm like, what's a funny thing to write here? And I'm like, oh, it would be funny if it just swore, but I didn't know what swear word to write. And then our dear friend Umblum, I think said something that just upset me at the time as a joke. It wasn't serious. So I'm like, oh, perfect. I'll just write fuck you. So I put that in there, and then I used that, and then we started sending it as a meme, and then I made it more personal by doing it specifically. Okay, everybody gets their own egg. So he has that one. Uh, Mr. Wares has one. Dooley has one. Because
You
he
literally just did the
nicknamed
South
him.
Park thing. The reason why Cartman exists of like, oh, we just figured everything would be way more absurd if a 10-year-old said it.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just
Right?
like,
Like that's the
yeah,
whole point behind Cartman.
I love this one.
Yeah, it's so good. That now we
The
have
whole thing.
the crying one and Richie's Giga Chad Debbie V.
I forgot. Yeah. And
It just
then
works.
the classic.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
And look how
that
high. The problem is, look how high res it is. It's like shaded.
Dude, yeah, it was way more detailed than the
I think
alliance.
that's the appeal of it because the longer you look at it, like the more you realize there's a lot of effort put into that. It's just like
yeah.
layers on layers on layers.
There's like too much.
Speaking of time wise, uh, on my screen right there, the Yeah We Kiss. So what? This was done in 4 minutes.
It's so
What?
good.
This was a 4 minute project. Essentially, we got the release of the Millennium on like support cards, and I saw it at like 1 a.m. and I said I have to draw this down or else I'm gonna forget, and I did it.
Getting
So
committed.
I was supposed
That's
to do it
such
on
a that,
weekend.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I hate that feeling of like if I don't draw this now, I'm gonna forget it.
Yes,
I
I've
hate that
stayed up
feeling.
till
I
like fucking 4 in the morning, just
I
desperately trying to pump it out
I've
because I feel like
lost so many
wait a
memes
minute. I think I just
because of
realized
that.
another error in my art. I this art has two errors in it. The two errors in it, which I just realized. I thought there was one. Talking to you right now, I realize there's another one. So I work
Oh
via
no.
alpha channels here. So this section right here is actually, if I can actually go to it, let's see. This whole section here should really be erased. There's a whole if
Oh, you
I
kept the
line it,
negative space? Yeah.
I have the negative space there and the negative space here, 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 and here. And now that I see this, I'm sad because I made a whole mat.
Oh no, yeah, because you can see the physical printing. Like, I don't think it's, to be honest, I think it's still fine.
Yeah,
Like it's
It's
still
not noticeable.
you get the message of what we're looking for, but that's one of those like you just notice it because you're seeing it. You're gonna see it so often too, right?
this was the Diabormon mat that I had to censor. I had to put the Caramon egg in spots to just make sure it's an okay deck to use. This one I actually did for SixTalez too. It
Okay.
was
Delete all Digimon. God, I love
it
that one.
includes
It's
itself.
such a good card. I love it.
Um, this one was just like the Caramon.
oh god damn it.
We were talking about this before. Yeah, so there's this one from Spine Friends where it's the Mickey Jamon. If you have seen the episode, he goes, "I'm gonna shoot myself and want Mickey to watch." But um, we realized when we were talking about the Mickey Jamon card is end of his attack, he kind of kills all Digimon.
Dude, I love seeing all Digimon itself, everything on both sides.
Yeah, so like even if you have something else on your field, it's going, it's out. But honestly, this is a very simple ad, but it made it funny, and I felt like I should, instead of putting Adult Swim, I put Digimon card game. Um, but yeah, next one we have Koromon, which is the classic egg, where if you check the card, you draw, um, which is perfectly fine. It's from the reference is I think if you search up on YouTube, the evil seed of what you have done germinates within you. It's just the bread. Um, and then this one was actually done like 2 days ago. Um,
Dude, that was so good.
because I realized
I forgot that.
I made the connection that they're both the same. I play both of these decks and I like them very much, but I never made the connection that they both have the same egg. Um, so yeah, I just drew that.
Dude, maybe you're just a Sumemon enjoyer.
I think honestly, I made fun of you guys for being like Greymon players and like, oh yeah, Coremon's the best, but I'm no different. If you look at Caramon very carefully, it's just Coromon with tentacles.
I think it's been mentioned in the before. This is just a side tangent, but our community is like a significant amount of black players. It's kind of crazy.
Whoa, Richie, you
Whoa,
can't
whoa,
say
whoa, whoa, whoa,
that.
whoa, whoa. We
Oh, it's
can't
okay.
be
It's okay.
doing that, man.
I have friends that give me
No, I feel like of the active players, I feel like of active players, yeah. So active like chatters, yeah. Um,
I see more
Especially
purple.
since we have Mr. Wares who literally only plays black decks. I don't think I've ever seen him play any other color deck, to be honest.
That's his whole shtick now, from what I've
Yeah.
known.
But yeah, like we all, I think we have a pretty good diversity in here. Uh, like off the top of my head, I can list players of pretty much every color, or people who have like mained things of every color.
I play Jank, and most of the Jank touches black. That's
No, you
Nice.
play
Also
Rogue.
mine.
you play rogue decks that like are the best way to describe any deck you play is 2 sets too early.
Yeah, yeah. All my stuff is gain support. All of my stuff is gain support now, which is great because like Virus Imperial, there's Galactamon, like those are all stuff I already had, and it kind of feels rewarding that we're getting support. Sure, yeah, it's more than 10 sets later, but at least we're getting it, right?
That was me playing Gallantmon for a while.
Oh my god, Richie, does he have like food stains? Oh, because he dropped the meat.
Yeah, he
Dude, the
does.
lighting you're doing is so good on this. What the hell? I'm not gonna lie. I thought for the podcast it was just gonna be a quick, like whatever drawing. But like, I love the detail like you're
Dude,
going in for this.
I
That's the
love.
problem, though. I always end up I'm getting too deep in the sauce.
No,
Legitimately.
to be fair, you should finish it because like look at Agumon's tier. You made that.
He's
Yeah, it's
suffering
so
because
good.
of you, Richie.
I can definitely see like you mentioned that you got kind of got started with the comic booky style. I can see in the way that you shade.
Yeah, it kind of like comes out. Like I tend to like I like to flesh out a lot of detail as much as possible. But it
Mhm.
also is a crutch because I get like too deep into it.
I struggle with shading, so I cheat. I use this thing called a burner tool. Well, I taught myself art, so I guess I'm doing it right, guys.
Just a quick note: our producer says that that's actually the standard. That's actually way how you do the shading. So I mean, honestly, if it's in the program and it's there, that's not
Yeah,
cheating, right? I used to have a friend that used to argue about how like cartoons in the 50s were animated all by hand, and nowadays it's all digital. Like that's not cheating, man.
A
That's just
natural progression of
progression.
technology. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like the sheer terror of that Agumon's face. It's really resonating with me. Like he knows he was in trouble.
Wait, Richie, I would. Oh, if I played Deep Brigade, I would actually want these as a mat. I think this is
Right,
so
guys,
good.
there's fortitude.
This would be pretty cool as a bit. I think
The heavy Leo one. Wait, what kind of detailed model or like 3D model is that of
I
heavy
don't
Leomon? Where's
know
that
where I
from?
found this.
Like, is
Is
that?
No,
that
it's a,
is
it's
it
a
the
it's
model
an
kit?
in-game it's an
no,
in-game model.
that's an
It's an
in-game
in.
model.
Oh, because yeah, he's in. I don't know any of the Digimon games. I was
He's
gonna say
not in
Cyber
Cyber
Sleuth.
Sleuth. He's not in Cyber Sleuth.
Oh,
What?
so
No,
I was
dude,
just game
have you
racist.
seen
I think
some
he's
of the
from
mods for
Reorganize
Cyber
or
Sleuth?
something. Yes, I have.
Dude, they put some fucking work into those
Omnimon
modders.
Delta is really cool.
I don't want Delta.
Yeah.
What
Is a
was it?
fan made thing?
Yes, it's Omnimon and Omnimon's. Oh no, it's War Greymon and Black War Greymon, fusioned, and it's Omnimon instead. But the hands are both like the War Grey heads.
Greymons.
Yes, and they have and he has two swords instead
Um,
of a cannon and a sword.
so
Hmm.
are you familiar with the Chaos Generals, whatever they were called? So like those Chaos, Black War Greymon, Chaos, Mega Siegramon, and all those cards.
Yeah.
They're
Um,
they're basically like the white, uh, like the white and black version, right?
yeah,
Like the photo negative versions.
but I've seen the someone modded them into the game, and they gave them their own custom special moves. So like you could hear him say like Chaos Force, and like, dude, that sounds cool. Put it in the game. Well,
Dude,
let's see.
mods for any games are really interesting. I've been wanting to learn how to like vector map and 3D model and do all this stuff. Like you were talking about how art isn't explicitly just like drawing and stuff like that. Like I personally find myself going into like anything that requires creativity as art. Like I just find myself just picking up almost everything. Attempting to learn how to make music is probably the worst one because I've made zero progress.
All right, now I'm expecting the kicker of Tyler just starts spewing why AI is now becoming art.
No, no.
Well,
Never.
let's let's hear it.
see, I wouldn't trust myself being able to know how to make mods because I've seen the art that I've made. Um, so I wouldn't want to like put that in a video game. I guess in a way, like imagine those like say for example this my icon that I'm using with the little blinking eye in the mouth. I would never want that running at me in Skyrim. That's terrifying.
But what if it was the drawing that Richie made, where it's just Gallantmon with massive, huge natural.
Oh,
I don't
wolf
know
deep
how
with
Do
that
we?
happened.
G.
I
I
think I
don't think
just
we could.
talked.
I don't think we could post that one.
Just blur it. Just
All
blur
right,
it.
I guess we're putting it on. You know what? We don't.
Because this
It's for
started
the
by
community. We
me.
get demonetized. We get demonetized for
You
it.
know what's funny? I have this one-sided rivalry with Richie, where I look at his art and I go, "Damn, I really need to learn how to draw." Because to be honest, every time I see Richie's drawings, I go, "Man, I wish I drew that amazingly." So when I start drawing, I'm like, "Damn, I really don't know how to draw."
I mean, I see both of your arts, and then I just go like, "Damn, I really need a tablet."
But when that happened, I'm like, I was like, you know what? I'll start drawing. And then one of our locals was like, "Yo, draw draw Millennium on with big naturals." And I'm like, you know what? I'll draw that. And then Richie, I think, joined in the chat because I was adding him. I was like, oh, I was just being like, yeah, fuck you, Richie. Draw so well, amazing ass. You know life look have an ass. So, so I just said, oh, you know what? I'll draw this. Yeah. And then Richie goes, oh yeah. Well, if you draw that, I'll draw Gallantmon with huge naturals. And I'm like, all right, bet. One night in the middle of the night, like it was actually just like 2 o'clock in the morning. He sends me a screenshot and he goes, "Dude, this is so hard. Why did I do this to myself?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, he's actually drawing it." And I'm like, "Okay, now I have to draw it." And we
Reese,
just have this back and forth, and it's really fun. It actually genuinely really helps with my creativity, having somebody to go back and forth with these kinds of like stupid little challenges. And yeah, even with Cameron, like with literally anybody that draws, it just, as soon as I see somebody else draw, I just get really really well inspired.
Well, it's good that you guys are being like inspiration and motivation to each other. Then.
It doesn't help that I've been off my ADHD meds, so all my creativity has been flowing. But then also at the same time, I just like don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, fuck it. Just draw whatever, right?
Waggy memes.
Yeah, like I don't know, just draw like Genkumon at a beach. I don't know, draw Ukomon being hit like a home run bat or something. It could be anything,
Oh, come on,
a-
playing baseball.
as long as you are perfectly fine with that.
so I wanted to bring this up at some point, but like I guess now is the time. It's not fully relevant to the conversation, but I've noticed when I post, this sounds weird, but like on a social media level of things, dude, the Latin America audience for Digimon is kind of fucking insane. The moment I started posting Digimon fan art, I gained, I think, upwards of like 500 to 600 followers on Twitter throughout me starting to post shit. And like nearly all of them are from like Brazil, South America, like those regions. Like I don't know, the nostalgic algo over there is
I mean,
insane.
to be fair, I'm pretty sure that's why they had a Spanish speaker on as one of the main people for the Digimon Con
Yeah,
2024.
I wasn't surprised when I heard that, honestly.
Yeah,
I think he's from
Latam's
Puerto Rico.
kind of a big.
Yeah,
I think it's also has to do with like distribution of things. Like they may have gotten it a little bit later because outside of Digimon, I know that Latam is like huge into Dragon Ball.
dude, it's so they
Like
have
it is
they have
absurd how
murals
like
of
popular it
Goku
is.
next to Jesus. Like it's amazing. I love it. Like Goku is a natural like sorry, a national hero there, and it's amazing.
Wait, he's not a national hero where we're from.
Uh
It's motherfucking Goku, bro.
no, I know, but like on a level of like, you know how we have here
I mean,
here
he's also
we in
Superman.
Canada, we have like Terry Fox, right? We have like Wayne Gretzky. They have Goku. And I wish, no, the funny thing, I wish we had Goku.
Dude, that's fits so well.
Honestly, like I think in general, I was just surprised by like how many people still really enjoy Digimon. I mean, like now I'm not as surprised, but when I first started the card game and getting back into it and start posting fan art, I was like, oh shit, like there's still a valid audience for this shit, you know?
Yeah, I feel like it's very niche here, right? But I think it also is kind of the same exposure that a lot of us had. Because for me personally, it was, oh, dude, I remember Digimon. That was sick back then. I wonder what happened to it. And then you just kind of get back into it through nostalgia goggles and then continue on from
Yeah,
there.
you like first you take a look at the card art and you're like, oh, that shit is sick. You get more into it and you're like, oh, everybody's still playing this thing. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And I
I
think a lot of card
recently
game
bought
players,
Digivices.
like a lot of people from other games, have the thing that still gets them, and we talked about it earlier, was there's custom art for like everything. There's no um like a lot of decks just have their own, or a lot of cards have their own custom art. It's made by like someone else. It's not just a screenshot, although we do have those. Like it's
EX
obviously
true.
going to happen, but like as long as we don't have any screenshots from like games that overpower everything, a lot of it is actual. Just here's the art of the subject matter.
Just good shit, you know.
So with you guys, like I don't know, with it kind of being a niche community, when you guys try doing this, I know you use a lot of references to get models, but like you have Agumon here has a lot, Machine Dramon has a lot. Like, what about some of the more obscure things? How do you guys find getting reference images?
Bro, here's an example. I just drew Otamamon X Antibody. There's only one image of Otamamon X Antibody. There's
So
literally just a single image.
so
From where though? Like I know that
A
the
lot of them
games are a big source of this because that's where they expand a lot of the
I
digi decks,
a
the
I
lot of
monkey
them
still
are
decks.
the original artwork from when they were created, or there are artworks from the, I think it's called the Digimon Encyclopedia, where as soon as a new Digimon is created or released to the public, they post it in that.
But
So
even then, it's like that it's not consistent enough because like some of the older Digimon in the encyclopedia, the pictures, the reference pictures are fucking tiny and you could barely discern detail because some of these Digimon are like super fucking highly detailed, especially if it's like an X antibody, and you need that level of detail sometimes if you just want to capture that.
Yeah, get every
So
single angle on them.
exactly, yeah, and like it doesn't always come through. I shit you not. One of the sources I've noticed recently is 3D modelers. If it doesn't exist in Cyber Sleuth, they'll mod it in, and then that itself acts as an amazing fucking reference for me.
Boy, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
uh
yeah.
so
because then
what
you could,
I do.
if you work with 3D models, like in Blender and stuff like that, and the creator of the mod has actually put in the vectors and the OBGs and or OBJs and STLs up, you can actually just chuck that into Blender, pose it yourself, and start using those as references. This is really like unnecessary though, because like that shit's hard to do, but it's also possible. It's also possible to do that in like Blender or any other like 3D file or 3D program, I guess. But then you have to rig it up, and sometimes it comes with the full rig. So that's one way to get references, but even then, it's not always accurate.
If you're super desperate enough, what I like to do is I like to go on the Digimon wiki, copy the Japanese name, and then paste it, and see if you can get better results.
Typically, it's
uh
just another fan art, like on Japanese Twitter.
It is, but like if they have more detail, I'll take it. Even if it's wrong, it's like better than nothing.
I just watched the movies, and then
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, especially even like the weird 3D model ones. They get a little janky with all the early CGI, but like that'd be good references because there's always stuff in the backgrounds too, right?
Yeah.
yeah, but like in order for me to get Wendigomon, I had to watch that movie so many times just to get the reference of
Dude,
Wendigo.
Wendigo is weird. The design is so weird. When I was drawing it for Tyler, I was like, "What the fuck is this body, bro?"
Its portions are weird. So like for me, it was just like, oh, this is gonna be weird.
Do you guys have any projects that you've done for Digimon, like in terms of memes or anything like that, but you just haven't had a chance to like complete it, or you've just dropped the project? Because I have
Or
one that I've talked with Richie about, and it's I literally learned how to code and how to do pixel art because I was making I was making a short one level platformer featuring Gargomon, and then when you got to the end, it's just a pixelated version of the Alliance meme where Wendigomon and Gargomon is missing. Like it was gonna be like an I want to be the guy level of like platforming, but at the end they're just making out, and you just feel like shit for finishing it.
I have you guys ever seen like the modded videos of they just take like the Digimon models outside of any game and they put it into Dissidia? Dude, that shit is
Oh, that
so
shit was so
fucking
good.
cool.
The Royal Knights version. Oh my
Yo, oh,
god.
so you know exactly what I'm
I know
talking about.
exactly because I
I,
played a lot
I,
of
I don't know
Dissidia.
what you guys
Wasn't
are
one of
talking
you
about.
posting it?
I
I
think
think
so.
Richie
It
and I
might
were
have been me or
Richie and I were both posting it.
SixTalez.
I
But
know.
like,
Well,
I know.
that's a cool looking endeavor.
Yeah, explain
So
to me because I don't know what you guys are talking about.
the
so okay,
mod is yeah. I'll let Richie explain it.
if you haven't played Final Fantasy Dissidia, it's almost like an arena fighter, but you're playing as like iconic Final Fantasy protagonists throughout all the different games.
And the
Um,
antagonist. It's
and the
heroes and
antagonist, yes,
villains.
that's a good point. So what some of the community did is they just grabbed models out of a different Digimon game, and then they just like imported it, and it kind of matches mostly. There's a couple times it's a little bit jank, but you just ignore it because the movement and like the game itself has really good cape physics because one of the characters has a cape. I think it's like the Warrior of Light. So like Omnimon's cape would work extremely well because it's just a one-to-one like direct translation, and it's just seeing Royal Knights just beat the shit out of each other, and it's so visually just like it hits the right notes. I cannot explain it. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just so good. And like seeing that, it makes me so upset because if you take a look at the current Digimon games we have, I like them. Right, I'm a fan of Digimon, obviously, and I support
Dude,
it.
they look like shit.
But like some of these games, man, it's all like very like low commitment of like, oh, it's an RPG, so you just set up battle systems, or it's a visual novel, so you just set up static images that you talk. I want a dynamic fighter like Dissidia, where you can
Oh,
actively control like Omnimon trying to beat the shit out of Gallimon,
so
but like
there
you
was
have like combos and shit like that.
a Digimon Rumble Arena. I would say would be the closest example.
Yeah,
Digimon
yeah,
Rumble
yeah,
Arena
yeah.
2. Honestly, just give us Digimon Rumble Arena 2. Like okay, my thing is like I really like just theorizing of what they could do because it was Smash 4 specifically, or no, was it Smash Ultimate was made by Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco has, I'm pretty sure, the rights to anything Digimon. So they can just be like, hey, can we source your engine for Smash and adjust it to just to be Rumble Arena 3 and then just throw Digimon in there and then their Digivolutions are like Final Smashers or some shit. I don't know. But like
Maybe it was
we
anyone
could have
other
just
than
done it.
Nintendo that they'd have to bargain with because Nintendo's notoriously kind of bad for that. But
Yeah, we hate Nintendo.
like I feel you guys with this of wanting to have like a separate genre. Like I don't know if you guys have played Dragon Ball Fighters,
Yes.
but
Yes.
there is so much outcry to ArcSys to make any other anime
One
into
Piece
like the
fighter.
same style thing. I'm on the Naruto boat. A Naruto Fighters would be crazy.
I
Dude, Naruto's
No,
no.
there's a
there's
ton of arena fighters like Ninja
yeah,
Storm and
Naruto
shit
has a
like
ton
that.
of arena fighters, but not a single like 2D fighter like Street Fighter or like
Hunter x
MVC
Hunter
any of
makes me
those.
sad.
See, I find this conversation interesting, especially in fighting it. We're getting I don't know if we to be sidetracked here, but
Uh,
it's
We're
The
close to wrap up. We'll
podcast.
finish this up, and then I think we're all kind of at a good point.
I think Guilty Gear has kind of opened up Pandora's box with Fighter Z because like they shown that it's like, hey, we can turn any anime into like an actual anime s fighting game, and you're effectively playing like an anime yourself with these
Yeah,
games. And like, while amazing as that is, you've now turned the entire anime community like attention on you, and sometimes, in my opinion, that's a bad thing
Yeah,
because
it's like ass. Like
But
but
the
not.
they've
thing
been
is,
doing. So
all
here's
of
the
the
thing: they've been
arena
doing anime
fighters,
fighters for so long, though.
the
So this
arena
isn't like a
fighters
new
all look
thing.
so good. Like if you actually look at the stuff that Naruto and My Hero Academia and Demon Slayer, the arena fighters, there's one company that does all of them. and they're all based on the Naruto Ninja Storm like
Oh, is it
formula.
Chunsoft or whatever?
No, it's actually like, oh, I forgot who deals with the animations, but they like actually match the 2D esque animation more than Arxis can, in my opinion. And
Mm.
I, sorry, Cameron's drawing just just really took it out of
Kev,
me for a
what the
second.
fuck?
Sorry. So that though I I lost my train of thought. I
That's the problem at the end of the day. There's so much potential. I'm not saying Digimon's gonna like fucking break records, but the fans are there, right? And like the demand is there, but I think Bandai is just too afraid of the potential risk if it does fail.
they're
So
afraid of
that's why they
Capcom
choose to
again.
do these weird like half-ass projects that don't fully satisfy because they just don't want to put in the effort, which is fine.
To be fair, Time Strangers, the models, the shading, everything looks amazing. I'm just scared that, like, obviously there's not going to be any voice acting. It's just the way that Bandai does their story games. Like the last few have just been like they look like PS2 games. I'm going to be honest. They look like they could be PS2 games. But now they with Time Strangers, it looks properly next gen, it looks properly done, and it feels like they actually put in a good amount of like an amazing amount of effort towards it based on how well Digimon has been doing the last like few years, which I believe personally has been propelled by the TCG.
Oh no, 100%. The TCG and Liberator, I think, have sparked like a big resurgence of Digimon.
Yeah, I'm so thankful for Liberator because it's getting a little. I'm not again. It's never going to be like mainstream, but it's getting a lot more eyes on it, and a lot more people are taking notice, which is great.
Yeah. Alrighty,
Awesome.
I can look over and see that we've all gone to weird side projects. So thank you guys so much for joining us. I think that we're gonna call it for time. All right, so can you guys just go back to the assignment, I guess, for this, so everyone can see the final images?
Yeah, let me open that up.
Cam, not the Ukomon.
It was the original assignment.
All right, so
Kevin
these
just
are our
really
takes.
wants to show off his Ukomon.
Hey, he showed it off, okay? But so these are our final takes on Fortitude with the Leomon reaching out to grab us. Five Nights at Freddy's Leomon. Our Decode Chest Burster. What's that one called?
So that's Marine Bulma.
And
We're freeing
Ryugumon.
Beaumont from the Ryugumon.
Yeah.
And our Agumon getting raided. Or we're swatted, but oh, that's so good.
The amount of detail on the Commandramon is crazy.
I'm gonna be
Dude,
honest.
I think the lighting is craziest to me. Like
I
I
didn't
know that
even
like that's just good art, but like the
I didn't
lighting is
even
what
notice
always
the
gets
War
me.
Greymon in the background. Jesus.
My Oshi.
That's a
He
little
War
poster
Greymon.
over here.
Just a
Oh,
little.
that's sick. I think it's because it's not colored, that's why. But like yeah, that's sick detail.
That's cool.
We all went we all went in severely different directions.
Yeah. But you know what? That's kind of the specialty that we got, right? So once again, I'd like to thank you guys for joining in. Uh, very freeform, very open showcase of our artists here. Like I mentioned multiple times, if you guys ever want to reach out to them, get anything sort of commission, just even chat to them, all their socials are going to be in the description. Just quick shout outs to uh, BrickCity as a whole. Thank you for being such a good community. Untouchables Collectibles, Manta Trading, ANC, and our mystery producer who does not want to be named. Anything you guys want to shout out? Anything you guys want to say before
I,
for some
I,
closing notes?
I forgot to say hi, mom, at the beginning. So hi, mom. That's been.
Well, we won't edit that in. We'll keep it here. We'll make sure she watches the whole thing and she supports you. Bye bye.